Why not? I like it when you randomly stop the recordings.
Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in. This was the
And podcast over.
yeah. Wow. 100% listen through rate. It's
Yeah, it was
crazy.
great. It's great. Great. 3 second
What's up,
podcast.
everyone? I'm Jake, the Wizard of Marketing, with the Hold My Beard Marketing Podcast, everyone's favorite podcast about marketing news, tips, tricks, and general goofiness. I'm here with Mitch Barham. Mitch, what's up, my man?
Just keep it on, keep it on.
Yeah,
Do my thing.
yeah.
Trying to make sure my beard stays on point,
You're looking
Just-
branded today. Well
Yeah,
branded.
yeah. Got my face there, and then my
I
face
like
on my
it.
face.
Yeah. I also have faces, but mine are little stormtrooper helmets.
That's on brand for you.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thought we'd just dive in. As you know, I always like to start off with something cozy and warm on the podcast here.
One day we should
And,
just start with like doom and gloom, like everything's going to zero.
well, I mean, Google had its 26th birthday.
Yay, Google, you can rent a car.
That's crazy. 26 years of Google, y'all. I
Wow.
don't think we appreciate
No.
that insanity.
26 years. So that was late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
That means like, okay, so they are one of the survivors of the .com boom.
Yeah.
And the Netscapes and all the different search engines that tried to be that at the end of the 90s.
Yeah.
Wow, good job, Google.
I literally struggle to think of like brands that have lasted longer online than Google and maybe eBay.
Yeah, eBay's been around forever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Amazon?
So, but that also means they're getting old and decrepit. So,
yeah, the thing they got to watch out for now is, I mean, all their issues and then like going stale, right? But 26 years of Google, it does not feel like it's been 26 years. Does that make me old?
oh,
Like,
I
dang.
mean, you don't need that to be old, but
That's true.
so
Very
yeah,
true.
happy birthday, Google. I appreciate you some days.
Other days
For
we
being
don't.
honest about it.
Yeah, some days we think that you're having your alcoholic mid-20s, and we're like, "What are you doing? Why are you so drunk and doing weird things?"
Well, we'll get to that in a minute, but
Oh
first,
God, yes.
TikTok has added keyword targeting to TikTok ads.
Interesting. I
That's
did not
pretty
know
big.
about this. Yeah,
That's pretty big.
keyword targeting. Tell me more.
Yes, absolutely. So basically, when you go in, is that you can set up keywords now to target your ads for. And I love
Is
this
it
stat
only
right
for the
here,
search
which is
results
important.
page?
What?
Well, I see a little blurb up there with search ads campaigns. Brands have full control over how their content appears on the TikTok search results page. So that's where it's showing up. Interesting, which is heavily used. So that's dope.
Yeah,
Okay.
57% of users utilize the search functionality.
Yeah.
And 23 search for something within 30 seconds of opening the app.
I mean, I open it and the first thing I do is go search for Jake the Wizard of Marketing.
Aww. Little old me?
That's a freaking game changer, dude. Because
I know. This is, if you take nothing else away from this podcast, this is news.
Yeah, let's just end it right here. Like, done. Clip it. Put it on TikTok. Done. I'm going to make a TikTok video about that today.
You should. You absolutely should, because this is, TikTok has decided that they are going to come after Facebook and Google ads. Like, they have made that full-born decision. They're going after TikTok and Google Facebook and Google ads. They're going after Amazon. Like, TikTok is just fighting everybody now, and it's amazing. I love it.
It's going to push innovation and changes so much. Nothing's had to really change. There's no, like, if you think about it, nobody's really had a competitor. Like, Facebook at one point had Snapchat, but then they tried to buy Snapchat, and Snapchat was like, yeah, no. And so then Facebook just came in and was like, cool, here's Reels, here's stories, like, F you, Snapchat, now you're dead. Nobody's been a competitor to Amazon. I mean, eBay kind of tried, but like, nobody's a competitor to Amazon.
Temu at this point,
maybe, but like, isn't that all overseas anyway? So it might as well be Alibaba. Maybe I'm totally wrong about that.
I mean,
like,
it basically is Amazon themed Alibaba, if we're being real honest about it.
Right. But this is yeah, they're going hard in the paint, which is great because it's better for us as marketers, better for us as business owners, better just for the entire market. Like, just everything. Like, I mean, this is to me going hard in the paint after Google.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's go time. So,
Yeah. Look out,
um,
Google.
look out, Google, for sure. Fun one. San Francisco has a new cage-free dog shelter. Okay, and it's called Muttville, which I just feel like is so cute. Look at this cool place. I want to go here.
Dude, can I work there? Like,
Right?
they got their own little like pods. Like, yes.
This just goes to show you can use brand as a differentiator in your marketplace.
100%. So is it like a doggy daycare or just like a shelter?
It is a shelter. It's not a daycare, but you could totally do a kenneling daycare service for your dog.
Yeah.
I mean, especially in a place like San Francisco, where a lot of people are single, have a pet, go to work 9 to 5, would love to know that their dog is taken care of during the day instead of just, whatever they do in the apartment. I've seen Secret
Right.
Life of Pets, so I know what goes down, but
They do some wild stuff. Parties, escape, steal cars. Yeah.
yeah. I quote all the time from Secret Life of Pets, because I'm very blind without my glasses. And so the dog who says it's all an attractive blur, like
Isn't he the old one, the old wiener
yeah,
dog? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Oh my gosh. Bing is rolling out their own generative search experience.
Yay.
Yay. Bing. Bing is like the kid who cheats on you but can't quite see the paper at
Oh my
school.
God.
Like,
Totally.
it
I like
looks
that.
so similar, but like is not quite the same. It's just
Oh,
copying Google like 6 months too late all the time.
100%.
Bing, what are you doing? Like, come up with an original idea, please.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't even know what to say. I mean, at this point, well, not even at this point, for years, you just know that whatever Google does, they're going to do. They're like the uninnovative brand. They're like the supplement industry. They just copy each other. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah,
You put your
okay,
protein in a black tub, I'm putting my protein in a black tub.
exactly. Like, oh, you do 24 servings, I do 24 servings. Generative search experience. Is this going to be Chat GPT,
Copilot,
Copilot? Blah.
which
Okay.
is ChatGPT basically.
Yeah.
So, why do we have to have two? Just I guess it's because technically ChatGPT is non for profit.
For now, they're about to be for profit.
Mm. Speaking of, and I don't know if this gets this video flagged or not, but I saw a video on TikTok the other day about why is every single AI brand's logo like just a stylized butthole?
Dude, that's so true. I didn't even think about that, but now that you say that, that is so true. Oh my God. That's great.
Have fun with that one, YouTube. Demonetize my channel. I
Do
dare
it.
you.
Take that 2 cents away from us.
Woo! Google warns on JavaScript generated product markup. Okay, so I wanted to
Hmm.
put this one in here because this is a classic Google communique of you're doing something that's working, but we don't like it. So we're going to kindly ask you to stop and make it sound mildly threatening.
So being passive aggressive.
They're basically saying, don't do this or you could be in trouble. But the reality is they have no way of really doing anything about it.
Right.
And we're going to talk
What
about that in a little bit. I've got another segment on that. But
what is JavaScript generated product markup?
so in order to understand why this is kind of important, I have to explain how a web page works, which I'll do
Mm.
very quickly. So on the internet, you have a website, and your website is made up of 3 types of code. And if you're a coder and you heard me say the word code and you're crying right now, I know. I understand. It's not code. Don't be mad at me. I'm trying to explain it, okay? So there's 3 types of code. There's HTML. HTML is the what is on the page. That's the words,
Hmm.
that's the paragraphs, that's the images. It's the structure of how everything is, okay? Then there's CSS, cascading style sheets. That's the style of your page. What types of font do you want to use? What size is the font? How big should this image be? Should it have a border? That's the styling of everything. So that kind of wraps around your HTML and makes it look pretty. Otherwise, we just have Word documents.
Mm. Mhm.
for websites, which honestly might be a cool theme to do for a website.
Mm.
Anyways, um, and then the third piece is JavaScript, and JavaScript is anything your page does. Okay, so if you have a little pop-up banner, JavaScript. If
Ah.
you have like any kinds of slips of code or pixels that fire and trigger, that's all JavaScript. JavaScript though is extremely flexible. It can do anything because it's a little program that runs in your browser when you open the web page. So one of the things you can do is you can use JavaScript code to look at the page and dynamically create some other type of content. And that's what's happening
Oh.
here is that the JavaScript on the page says, look at this product page and fill out this product schema markup based off of what's on the page, and then load that before we send the thumbs up to the browser,
Hmm.
which is great. I love JavaScript doing that. I think it's
Mhm.
fantastic. So, what's happening though is right before the thumbs up goes to the browser, then JavaScript loads all this stuff in. And then the thumbs up goes, and that thumbs up is important because that's when Google's crawlbot says the page is loaded, look at all the data now and see what's on here.
Oh.
So the HTML or the schema markup isn't actually part of the design of your page. You didn't intentionally build that in.
Right.
You loaded it via JavaScript. And Google says, we don't like that. But the reality is until we send the thumbs up to Google, Google doesn't know what was there and what wasn't there.
Right. Hmm. Okay.
And this actually plays right into I was going to do this later, but I posted a video yesterday. It's gotten quite a bit of heat
Ooh.
because I posted a gray hat SEO tip. So if you're not familiar with what gray hat is, or black hat or white hat, it's basically how ethical
Mhm.
the activity is. I personally don't believe that there are gray hat tricks. I think there's only white hat and black hat.
Mhm.
But because of that, a lot of the things that I consider white hat would fall into some people's gray hat because it's ethics. Everybody has a different level of
It's like
where they
subjective.
draw that line. Yeah, it's subjective.
Right.
Um, and so a lot of heat on this because I mentioned that you could put keywords in a hidden div and you can start to rank for those.
Mhm.
And a lot of people are like, you're going to get banned, you're going to get banned. But the reality is that just like the JavaScript, where Google can't do anything about it, the way that we're putting the content on the page is in a display none div, which is used very commonly in website design for dynamic mobile loading. So if Google were to try and stop me, they would break the internet.
Right. So what like a hidden div is like, say you're building, you're using a website builder on like WordPress, and you have to hide one element or section because it doesn't work for mobile. So you hide that on mobile and then have another one that's only mobile and hide it on desktop. Is that kind of the
Exactly.
same thing? Oh, okay.
That's exactly why they can't stop us.
Right.
Because if they were to say, we are not going to rank anything in a hidden div at all, they would go to the site and 2/3 of the page wouldn't load because half of it's for desktop and half of it's for Google or for
Right.
mobile.
Right.
So just being aware, and then maybe this is where I want to take this whole conversation real quick, is just
Yeah.
there are a lot of times where Google specifically, and you probably get this in ads too,
Mm-hmm.
where the company will say, please don't do this, it's bad, we might punish you. And the sad reality is that you and I are paid to get wins for our clients,
Mm-hmm.
which means we have to use every tool in the toolbox, right? If you were a golfer, you wouldn't ignore, you know, the 3-iron because it's unlucky or something.
No.
You would use it if it made sense for the moment. Same activity for us. And so when these companies say these things, what it does for me as an agency owner, I look at it and go, oh, I'm doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing the right tricks because they know they can't stop it. And they're telling all the people who are going to be scared of that gray hat zone,
Mm-hmm.
don't do this. But in reality, it works.
Yeah, it's kind of and it's an interesting way you explain the black and white versus and then like gray because I guess I'm a lot like you, but I describe it as I get right up to that line and I dance over that line back and forth of like what we can get away with, what we can't get away with, like let's just say before and afters on Facebook. Everybody thinks you can't use before and afters. Oh no, you can. You just have to do it in the right way that they don't realize that it's a before and after. But
Right.
is that black hat? Am I breaking the rules? No, I'm getting paid to do a job, and I found a way that the system doesn't recognize it. I do the
Mm-hmm.
same thing for industries that are gray, that technically we shouldn't be able to advertise for, but I know the loopholes and the tricks and how your system works. So I'm going to play within that system that you have built. I'm not afraid.
Right. And like for I've talked a lot about ethics and where I draw the line. For me, the answer is not bringing in somebody to augment or scam the
Right.
system that I'm doing the work in. I'm not going to hire a click team in India to go click a
Hmm.
bunch of stuff. Okay. I'm not going to hire a hacker to modify my upload entry into something so that it reads as a different entry. Like those are unethical. Those
Yeah, you're
are the
not using a
black hat
blog farm.
things. Right.
Right.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
um, but that's where I draw the line. And if you want to draw the line closer to the white hat side, just
Hmm.
do that. Just know you're leaving room for the people who have a little bit less scruple than you do.
100%. Dude, it's like the videos I make when it's about like how to steal your website competitors' traffic and like bidding on their names and this and that and the other thing. The amount of people that are like, this is horrible business practice, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, cool. So just so you know, everybody else is doing it. You're not. That's why like we're making more money and getting more success out of it by doing these things that you believe are unethical. But it's business. Like business
Mhm.
in itself is technically, if you really want to be successful, you're going to do some borderline unethical shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm going through that exact situation right now with one of my clients. We ran ads on their competitors' names. We
Hmm.
were very, very transparent about who we were. We didn't like claim to be them or anything like that. You got to be super careful.
Yep.
From those ads specifically, he netted $250,000 worth of work in
Mhm.
1 year.
Mhm.
His competitor is now suing him,
Mhm.
saying that he falsely acquired that opportunity based off of like impersonation. But we were super careful about it. They'll never
Right.
win. But
No.
here's the thing. You want to complain and say I'm too ethical and honorable to do that, you're going to lose a little bit then. Like
Totally
nice
agree.
guys finish last is a real frickin' phrase.
100%.
And this is not me saying go lie and cheat and steal and be
No.
bad. It's understanding that the tools available to you are inherently not ethically related. If you
Right.
use them or you don't, they're still there.
Mhm. I agree. I love it.
That
A Jake
was
soapbox. I
a
love a
fun
Jake
one there.
soapbox. Yeah.
Let's lighten it back up. Squishmallows is getting a cereal.
Nice.
So if you don't
Squishmallows.
know
What
what
are
squishmallows are,
squishmallows?
they're basically like the new Beanie Babies.
Ah, they're so cute and squishy. Very
Yeah,
squishy.
they are. They're fun. But brand capitalization. We have this whole market of people that love these things. Let's sell them breakfast cereal.
Yeah.
And it looks like sad Lucky Charms.
There are not enough marshmallows in that pile. Let's be honest. Like, come on.
Oh no.
Give us more marshmallows.
This was the photo that they went, yeah, this shows off our product real well.
Oh no. All the marshmallows are buried. Yeah, I see what they're
uh,
doing. Marshmallows in the shape of their characters.
yeah. I want to find a
All
character with a
kind,
giant beard and send it over to you.
dude. I would totally buy it.
You'd squish that mallow. There was Google Ads outage this morning. Well, yesterday morning. So if your ads went down around 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time,
I was totally up for that.
you were. I
Totally
know
awake.
you.
Was like, oh my god.
Again, just happens. These things are softwares. They go up, they go
Yep.
down. I've got
Yeah.
hiccups. There you go.
They go up. They go up. They go down. Jake's got hiccups. All these platforms have their own glitches. I mean, that's
Yep.
one of those things that I'm still trying to. It's a continual training to clients and marketing and business owners that just like look like nobody. we don't own the platforms. You don't own the platforms. They're giant pieces of software that you miss one semicolon and the whole thing just probably breaks. And then you got to
Right.
find where was the semicolon, and they resolve themselves. Don't freak out. You're not going to go out of business, but um, yeah, it
Look
was
like
like when
the
shop
airplane outage a couple months ago.
yeah.
Like, it's a miracle we haven't had that outage happen before.
Oh, 100%. I mean,
That they've
dude,
kept that software clean and running for 30 years or whatever it is.
yeah,
So, in an absolute demonstration of absurdist comedy, if that's not an intro, I don't know what is.
we should start using that.
Wix wrote an article about how to know which SEO course to pick.
You lost me at Wix.
Wix is notorious for having the worst SEO on the planet, if you
Yeah,
don't know. And
yeah,
so them writing an article about picking an SEO course is about the funniest thing I can think of.
that's amazing. That's like
So
MailChimp trying to that's like for me like MailChimp writing an article about here are the email automations that you should do and do really good at. Meanwhile, they can't do half of them.
and just like I kind of got sad as I skimmed through this because they're just so bland. Like, this feels so AI phoned in. Like,
Could it have been for their own SEO because people are searching
oh,
for
without a
SEO
doubt.
courses? Yeah.
Without a doubt, this is for Wix's SEO around the term SEO course, even
Yeah.
though this is hilarious. So, anyways, I'm sorry to share
Looks
that.
like all just kind of common sense advice. Make sure they know
Look
what they're
for
talking
signs
about.
of
Weird.
pedagogy.
What is pedagogy?
I mean, when it comes up to your leg, that you pedagogy. The method and practice of teaching, especially as an academic subject or theoretical concept. The relationships between applied linguistics and language pedagogy.
Oh, okay.
That's the word of the day from Kermit the Frog.
Oh, I
Thanks
love
for
it.
tuning in to Sesame Street.
P is for pedagogy.
Miss Piggy's pedagogy.
Oh my god, that was
And
great.
there go the rails. Did you just
Yep.
see them? They're gone.
They're gone.
All right.
Oh.
Quick update. Google is still at massive volatility. In fact, I'm going to scroll down and show you the chart. There it is. This is according to SEMrush. They put it at a 9.2. Other ones have put it at a 10 for the last almost 60 days. So if you're trying to do SEO, now is a bad time to start.
At this point, dude, I'm wondering when is this going to end? I mean, 60 days seems excessive.
I'm starting to wonder if this is just the new normal volatility.
After 60 days, it kind of feels like it. I mean, that's how it is.
Normal volatility lasts 2 to 3 weeks after the close of the algorithmic update, which ended September 3rd. So we should be well outside the average zone.
Yeah. If this doesn't regulate itself out by the end of the month, like this is the norm then.
Yeah. So welcome to a world where you can rank 30th and then the next day rank 3rd and then the next day rank 60th.
Dude, it sounds like an amazing time. Sounds like an amazing
Oh
roller
man,
coaster.
what a time to be alive. What a time.
I think I'm gonna start offering SEO now because of this.
It's like the Tower of Babel of SEO. Like, everybody started speaking a different language and nobody can communicate. And what's a KPI? Who knows?
Yeah, we don't know. That's amazing.
All right. Wow. I wanted to talk a bit more about this. So
what? HubSpot, this headline's a lie.
HubSpot put out this article about you are not the hero your customer is. And as you know, I've harped on this many times, but I wanted to talk about the importance of reframing the story of your website and your marketing around the customer as a hero on a journey.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you tell the story of you or your product being the hero, it leaves no room for your customer.
Mm-hmm. And this is far too common. I literally had a consulting call yesterday that this was one of my main points was it's all about your stuff. Like it and you're landing your product pages. It's such a common thing across all websites, all products, instead of making Literally, like I love that headline. I was being sarcastic earlier, but I mean it's like it's totally true. Like making the customer the hero, making it about them is paramount to success. If you too many of us make it about us. Look at our product, look at our features, look at our service, look what we do, but we're so cool. Meanwhile, we don't talk about how it's going to help you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and if you want to think of it this way, like the hero's journey, we've seen it a million times in movies and books and TV shows. And one of the things I pulled out, and this is going in my book. Have you ever noticed how when the main character finally transitions to like the hero role in their own mind, like there's a moment where they flip and they realize they're not a normal person, they're a hero now.
Mm-hmm.
Many times, specifically in movies, at that point in the film, they get a costume change.
Yeah, I never realized that, but yeah.
And they go from something generic, something that isn't distinguished, to something that not only looks heroic, but also fits them perfectly.
Right.
That's how your copy should be on your website. Your copy should be the hero's outfit. You're making them step into their hero role by consuming your product, right? Like, so like they have some challenge they want to overcome, whether that's I need to buy protein so I can get bigger muscles, to I need a person who can fix my sink because my sink's leaking, right? They're the hero for making the call to go forward. You're not the hero for fixing the problem. You were always there. You were always there. It's their decision, their action that becomes the heroic moment of the story. And our copy needs to feel like that warm fitted heroic clothing to them when they read it. It goes, this really makes me a hero.
Mm-hmm.
And same with ads. Ads is much harder
yeah.
because you get this much opportunity to do
Mm-hmm.
all that.
Oh, it's people still do it too much in ads where it's Mitch's auto shop. We do blah blah blah. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. What are you gonna do for me? But this pre-workout or this makeup, like it features blah blah blah, or we're known for introducing the greatest ever. Nobody cares. It's what are you going to do for me? How are you going to help me and make me feel like I'm getting something out of it? And I love the superhero analogy. I immediately thought of
75% less guinea pigs in the
yeah.
in the product.
Yeah, well, sometimes. But no, I like the superhero analogy because I immediately went to Spider-Man. Like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, where he's just wearing this like crappy sweatsuit and just figuring it out to like this really sleek, cool uniform.
Absolutely. And it change. That is the moment that they change. And also, and this is very interesting too, this is like psychology level number 3, like we're going Inception levels deep here.
Ooh.
When they do it again, they will resume that hero feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a plumber and you tell the story right, you make them feel like the hero for calling you, okay? The next time there's an issue, they want to run and grab their super suit as fast as possible.
Very true. Good point. Yeah.
Because now they're not a hero without the super suit.
Right. I want a super suit.
Trust me, any suit you have is a super suit. That was a fat joke.
I know it was.
Not that you're fat at all.
I was trying to make like I was thinking of like a fat pun to make with that, with like a fat superhero. It could be like Mr. Incredible and like the Incredible 2s.
Oh man, what a great movie. Top 10.
We've made a lot of cartoon movie references this show.
Well, I'm super pumped, hyped, piped. I'm piped. Well, I'm not going to say that again. The Wild Robot comes out this week.
That looks really good.
From its reviews, it's going to be a tough one for Pixar and Disney to trump this year.
Right.
So, all right. Well, if you've hung on this long for the podcast,
congratulations to you, first off.
Yeah, really, truly impressive work. But it is time for our segment called 7 Minutes in Heaven.
7 minutes in heaven with Mitch and Jake.
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes. Um, where we review a website and critique it, let you know what we think, lovingly, of course.
Of course, only with
Of
love.
course, all in your best hopes and dreams to make you win.
Yeah.
So today, I thought we'd go a little closer to home, and we are doing at my agency a cutover to WordPress from
Mm,
their original site.
nice.
And so I want to pull up a little different than normal. I want to pull up their old site and the new revised site because we've been migrating them over to WordPress
Mm,
and kind of show it off a little bit. And then we can
nice.
see how some easy and simple transitions can make a world of difference in your reception of your site. So let me pull up the old timer here. It's giving me a warning because I got the new Pixel Watch.
Ooh, fancy.
Ooh. Everybody say ooh, ooh.
Ooh.
And it was like, do you want to sync all of your timers and stuff? And I was like, interesting. Nope,
Sure,
that's
why
not the right
not?
one. Okay, here we go. 7 minutes. We're gonna spend with Frontline Marketing's old and their new site. So without any more ados,
A doo-doos.
go. So this is their current existing site, and it
Mm-hmm.
is built on Show It Builder, if you're familiar.
Nope, never heard of that.
Well, there you go. So
All right, first time for everything.
repair and replacement roofing company in California. And some
Cool.
really tiny text on some rotating images. That's
Can't read
quite
any of it.
difficult to read. But
Yeah,
call
especially
today is a very nice button there.
it is. I'd like it to be bigger. You know how I'm about my buttons.
Yep.
I like big buttons, and I cannot lie.
Mhm.
I mean that copy is very, very, very small, hard to read. The highlighted words, I'm assuming, are hyperlinked. I don't like that they're gray. They completely blend in.
They are hyperlinks, and they
Yep.
are kind of that grayish green that they're using for their theme. So
I do like that they have a form right there. Like what? Yep. But this is just very generic and feels like a Wix or Square website.
absolutely. Call for a free estimate. Couple of their services. Again, styling in these boxes is very imbalanced.
Very hard to read.
Yes. Although I have a bigger screen, so let's give them a fair shot here.
Still hard to read.
Little gallery of recent work, pictures
I
of
like that.
roofs.
Got your testimonials.
Now, one quick thing I have a problem with these are images.
Mm.
There's no SEO value whatsoever to these images.
Those are images of, are those
Google
Facebook reviews or Google reviews? Google reviews. So why not use the Google review widget? I don't know if Show It has it, but like at least you have that.
Absolutely.
Trusted by the pros.
And then
Okay.
a map with way too many little pins.
But it looks like it's got chicken pox.
This is a map of where their reviews are from, which I actually think
wow.
is kind of cool.
Yeah. Shows that they've had work in that area.
Absolutely. All right, so let's take a look at their newly redesigned homepage.
But look at that front that line above the map real quick. Did you see what it says? Frontline roofing rated out of 5 stars based on 0 customer reviews.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. That's great. So here is the newly redesigned homepage.
Much better. I like that. You got your little upper Frontline roofing company, top rated or top roof repair and replacement services for California. Great. I can actually read the white below it. Love it. Nice call out buttons. Get a quote. Why choose us? Yeah, feels like it flows better. It's not as, I want to use the word Mickey Mouse, but like don't take offense to that. Other people.
No, you've got to
there you
serve
go.
it up in a consumable format.
Yeah, I like that. That overlay.
Very subtle. This is a 5% overlay opacity for anybody who, for anybody who cares. You don't need a lot of the image to show through to bring the value. If you're going, 40%, 50% overlay, it's going to be much harder to read anything on top of it. Very easy design hack. Go 5%.
Ooh, is that scroll? Or is that just stationary?
This?
The trusted by the pros.
It's stationary.
Okay.
We played with scroll, but it didn't look as good.
Yeah. We like that. We're here to help.
Yeah. Lets you know that you could
experts.
do it, but why?
Mm-hmm.
Some blog posts. a full form on the homepage.
Full form, yeah. If they click the get quote buttons further up, does it take them down to that form?
The quote buttons further up, this should take you to the contact page.
Ah, okay, perfect. Oh my God, you got reviews right there, even on the
Absolutely.
contact us page. Brilliant.
Who would have thunk it?
I don't know. It's like somebody knows what they're doing.
Let's take a
Somebody
look
that
at one of
owns
their
an
service
agency.
pages. Now, really cool thing about their service pages is these are dynamic templates, so we can create these really rapidly.
Don't wait. Call Frontline in today. Brilliant. Much better than like schedule now. Get quote. Like I like how you made that button unique.
Yeah. That's another thing that we don't talk enough about is boring button text. Like, I don't even like learn more about us, but it's where the button goes. So
Right.
So much better user experience. Everything's spaced out. Remember, you're not paying by the inch when it comes to a website. It's not fruit by the foot. It's as much as you want.
Take it all.
Take it all. Use the space. It makes it feel more luxurious when there's space around things.
100%. I mean, it does feel higher class, for a lack of better terms. Like, again, I'm not trying to be like mean about the other site, but it's just this one feels like, yeah, it was built on like a beginner platform.
And I happen to know the story of this site. It was the person's very first site they ever built. So
yeah,
absolute kudos
absolutely
on this work. But it kind of does show that difference of like when you bring in someone who knows what they're looking at, you can really get a completely different feel with pretty much the exact same information. We didn't change much of the information across the site. It's just restyling and laying it out. Like this font size, this is about a 22 pixel font size. If you go back over here, this is going to be like a 30 pixel font size. It just feels more important.
Right. No, 100%. It just, I think it levels up the whole look of the brand. Like I feel like it's more premium. It's more quality. Like I'm going to be willing to pay more just based off this. I get like a nice warm feeling versus the other one where I'm like, is this some like dude and two other guys that have a roofing company?
It's first impression. Are you showing up looking sharp? Or are you showing up looking sloppy with a stain on your shirt? A little bit of sausage, egg, and cheese on your face.
I like to keep that in my beard for later.
You do.
Yeah.
I actually have always wondered, like, if you parted the beard, is there like a little chinchilla that hangs out in there or something?
Baby birds.
Baby birds. That's what it is. So we covered a lot of ground this week.
Yeah, quickly too.
Mitch, if I wanted to find you outside this podcast, where could I do that?
Don't find me. I will find you. I have a special set of skills. I will find you if I feel like you want to be found or find me. No.
You didn't even try an accent. Come on, man.
No, my accents are horrible. I switched
They
like
are,
midway
but I
through.
wanted you to do it because it's embarrassing and it's funny.
Yeah, maybe next week. All over the interwebs as Beardpreneur and barhammarketing.com for our website if you want somebody to run ads for you.
Excellent. And if you need websites or SEO services, you can definitely find me at thewizard.marketing or anywhere as The Wizard Marketing. So would love to have you. We also have a mastermind. If you like this podcast and want a little bit more personalized learning experience from Mitch and I, please do join us at teachme4m, the number 4, the letter m.com, teachme4m.com. Would love to have you. It's a great time.
Come hang out with us.
Yeah. We're going to be going over some really cool automation stuff next week.
Yeah. They're all chomping at the bit for that.
I know. It's been a long time coming. So, all right, Mitch, anything else?
No, just keep on keeping on. Happy birthday, Google. Google's still kind of drunk, apparently. Everybody get ready for Black Friday. It's coming.
Oh, yeah. Q4, baby. Let's ramp it up. We should talk about Q4 next week.
We should. It's money printing season.
All right. Have a good one, y'all. And I don't have a good sign-off phrase.
Peace.
Yeah.